What's up, class? Last day. Way to go. One second here. All right, you guys. So, yeah, you did it. Woo, woo. Way to go. You guys did a lot of hard work this semester, and I think that you guys created a lot of really cool things that you should all be proud of. Especially, you know, towards the second half of the semester when things like doubled down and got harder. You guys, most of you stuck in there, which is awesome, right? So today we are going to just really hang out and review your guys' portfolio links and look at your color scopes that have the edits to them. And then, yeah, that'll be it for class. I want to let you guys know that I was in Canvas today and I accidentally inserted all of the grades at a 0. Sorry, I'm taking off my boot. And that was just an accident. So I'll be adjusting the grades. Either you'll see them either tomorrow or Saturday. Most likely tomorrow at some point, though. I will be going through. It just takes me a little bit longer to populate everyone's final grade stuff. So, yeah, we'll be doing that. So let's just kind of get started and see the good results of all this hard work that you guys put in. Let me go to downloads because I guarantee there's going to be one or two of you who didn't put it in as a link. Let me see here. We've got Eric first. Eric's up first. This is his reel. All right. Oh, let's. Oh no, Eric, there's no audio. Oh, bummer. I know you had music in there and I know it was good music too. So let me see. Cool. The ice effect looks great. Nice. That wing, the wing flapping that you have in there looks awesome. Yeah, Eric, you did a really good job this semester. Should be very proud of your work. That looks good. The end looks great. Yeah, way to go. Way to go, Eric. That was awesome. I think that your reel just needs audio, unless for some reason I'm just not hearing it. Let me try and play something else. Let me go here. Hello? Is that Angelina? Did you change your name thing in there? I'm not hearing any audio. So, this seems to be a me problem. Hold on one second, you guys. Brian, you heard audio? Cool. So yeah, it must be my headphones. Hold on. Let me check. My audio turned up? Yeah. You know, it's only right that I suffer from audio issues on the last day of class, kind of similar to how I started off class a little rough. So, you know what? It seems to fit. Output, yeah. Wavelength should go through the system. That's right. This is wrong. Angelina's watching this in the store. I'm in the grocery store. I'm not quite sure why I can't. Let me try and fix this through here. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. I can hear myself when I do this, so I know my headphones are working. They are plugged in. When I turn on my Spotify, does that work? There we go. Audio is back. Cool. I just had to reset it. I know. It is... It's like it wakes up one morning and it's like forgets its job. And you're like, you have one job. And you do not do it. Hey, Sarah, what's going on? I like it. Full house tonight. Let's keep it that way. Okay, so I'm going to replay that. There we go. Now I can hear it. I'm going to mute my mic. Very cool. I noticed the lights that you added into your surreal scene, and I'm all into that. They're colored red, specifically. Yeah. Eric, you did, yeah, a lot of really good work this semester again. One of the things I did notice, let me go back here, was... nothing that, I mean, like, the consistency of the colors here is good. You know, lining them up. Just a lot of really strong sequences with these cuts and stuff. I do want to see that one right here again, because it just adds to, like, the creepy factor of it. That is just neat. It's very, I don't know, like 2001 Space Odyssey, weird, like, just, I really like the color that you added into the background with the lights. It just totally sets a mood, especially with the TV flashing and giving that off there. Good updates to that. That was really nice. Good job, Eric. Let me move to your color scope.
What if I were to tell you that the color purple isn't real? That's right, things like grapes, eggplants, amethyst crystals, even your boomer dad's old Mercedes, all have a fake color that isn't on the visible spectrum, but is instead a mixture of two colors, blue and red, smashed into your eyeballs, and your brain then interprets as the color purple. It's kind of fitting then that the color that represents royalty, luxury, and privilege only exist within our own minds.
Very strong. I had to look at some of like I said, my screen sometimes does some funny things, but looking at the Let me pause that there. Looking at all of the changes that you made to it, I mean, that's a really solid color scope. Eric, and you should be very proud of your work this semester. Good job, everyone in the chat. Show me some hands for Eric. Woo, woo, woo. Next, we have Asia is up. Let's see her reel. Okay, yeah. Thanks, Asia, for double checking on that because I did not see the studio link. Like, I didn't see it in there. But here we go. Keeps defaulting back to Eric's one. But that was good. Good job there, Asia. All in all, like some strong work as well that you did over the semester. There was a couple things that I noticed that still need to be done inside of some of your other projects. Like there was some, italics on some of the writing and stuff, and we talked about how we don't want to do that in there. So I would make sure you go through and you like still update those things for, later on when you're getting ready to go find a job. But other than that, I thought it was very strong work and great music, and the level of the music was really good on that reel. So I really enjoyed it. And I really like this photo, by the way, that I'm seeing here. Let's go to your color scope, but I do want to change one thing on my channel here. Real quick, 1 second. Do you guys know how I stop playback? I think it's in here. Playback speed. No, it wouldn't be in there. I don't know. I just wanted to stop playing back something, and I can't find it in my settings on YouTube. Under playback and performance, it should say something about like auto playing videos. But I don't see it. Angelina, yeah, on accident. It defaulted. I accidentally hit to do it by curves, like curve the grade or something like that, and it automatically put everyone's to 0. And so that was an accident. So I'm actually going to be grading them tomorrow, or if not tomorrow, Saturday. I'll be putting the final grades in for these, but anyways, Asia, and then Sarah said that you wanted to mention you tried your best to get rid of the white background in the frog scene, but it wasn't You weren't organized with your laser and you couldn't figure it out. That's okay. You know, I said try your best to get any kind of stuff done that you can. And this is like a great lesson that like staying organized helps you out in the future, especially because you will have revisions on stuff. And so you don't want a client coming back and being like, hey, I need this changed. And you're like, oh, shit. I mean, yeah, whatever. Like, I didn't do it. Right there to the left of the closed captioning. I feel like, all right. Yeah, I don't want to autoplay. Ambient mode, no. I'm not sure why it's not showing up for me. Let's see. Mini player, default, view. Yeah, this is just play. Maybe it's down here. No. Dang it, YouTube, for changing where your stuff is. I feel like... Yeah, I feel like it would have been here. But that's for browsing. Whatevs. It is what it is. Okay, I'm going to play Asia's
Lavender is the color of peace. It brings people to a sense of grace, relaxation, and harmony. The color was valued by ancient Romans, so it became known as a color of royalty. The scent of lavender flowers often soothes people's minds and bodies, and is used for stressful situations. Its hue is a gift of spiritual healing to people all around the world.
Good job on that one, Asia. I didn't see any changes implemented from last class, but overall it was still a really good video. So, woohoo, Asia, way to go. Hands in the chat. I'm not going to make you guys do that every time, but... but yeah, solid work over the semester, Asia. Here we have Brandon. And these are going to have to download. Let me download them real quick. His was Color Scope Final. That was Eric's on accident. Let me delete that. Snaps. Yes. What are they called? The snaps for the... Like we're at like a open mic night. Pass. I'd be the one in the back, just very loud.
Blue
Not
is the color of
just
serenity.
saying. All right, Brandon's color scope.
Surrounding us from the ends of our earth, the color blue is boundless. As we look to the sky, feeling the cool winds, remember that nature is playing a trick on us, and the sky is not actually blue at all. The color blue is extremely rare in the animal kingdom, with blue jays being a part of only 1% of existing blue animals. The color blue brings calmness and peace, which is why most of our healthcare workers wear blue. No matter where you are in the world, there will always be a blue light shining somewhere.
Very cool, Brandon. This is the first time I think the class has seen this one, and I think that you did some really fun stuff here and pulled off some really cool tricks in this. I'll give you a little bit of feedback here so that you can implement it for later. But overall, like the motion throughout this video was really nice. I see here that you're using there's a lot of really cool techniques in here. Some morphing is happening in
Color of serenity.
here, but I don't know which one. The only one I'm unsure of which one is your 3D scene. because I don't think there is one in here. That's like faux 3D, and I mean, I can obviously tell, like, there's like a spot up here, and then there's not really any lighting happening there, but overall it's really nice. It would be nice to have the word blue somewhere in the beginning so that you have kind of like a title to it. It could even be just inside of this main circle and it fades away before this happens here. Great job with the texture happening. It looks like you use some kind of noise to the texture, or like a turbulent displace, which is really neat. I would possibly have the boat going from left to right and less of on an angle, and then put another thing of water in front of it so that you still see the trail, but it looks like the boat has like another layer of water that is you know, slapping on the side of the boat as it moves through. But that's really nice. Good job.
As we look to the sky, feeling the cool winds, remember.
I would just add some maybe variation in here with maybe just a couple more clouds and just maybe opacity changes and stuff. The texture that you also have here on the drop shadow is really neat too. The bird is a cool one. Great facts, by the way, that you used for the color blue. And this scene, great.
There will always be a blue light shining somewhere.
That's awesome. There's going to always, like, there will always be a blue light shining somewhere. I think that you should maybe put a couple more happening. Just sequence that little color flash and the light showing up again. Maybe in like 2 more on a different building for each one. Well, overall, that was really cool. Really good job on that. All right, your mini final. Got the reel. That was cool. I just, the song in general reminds me, I don't know if you guys, I mean, I grew up with this, but Outkast, I'm a big Outkast fan, and that was very reminiscent. That song is very, like, had Outkast vibes for sure. Definitely with that funky beat. It was great. I would, the blur on the background's really nice. Timing of, that looked great. Implemented the changes that I requested. Those look good. That's awesome. Way to go, Brandon. Or I'm sorry. Yeah, Brandon. Way to go, dude. Yeah, really cool. Good levels on that. Great timing with the reel, hitting beats with certain animations and stuff and clips. That was great. Great example of that. Impressive. Way to go. Hands in the chat. Or snaps in the chat. Or food in the chat. I know I would prefer, like, if someone was congratulating me, I'd rather them bring me cookies or, like, I don't know, tacos or something. I don't know if you guys are like that, but I mean, I like to be rewarded with snacks. All right, so we have next, Brian. Brian, I did just read that you were having trouble with your media encoder. Did you ever get that fixed? Did you still have trouble with it or no? You need to, Angelina, you need to absolutely look up some Outkast music videos. And listen to some of their movie. My favorite snack? Ooh. If it were sweet, I like Rice Krispie treats. If it is and plain Rice Krispie treats. I don't want anything fancy, like no candy in it, nothing like that. But if it's like a savory snack, I'd say ramen, even though I know that's not a snack. It feels like a snack. Yeah. See, Sarah knows what's up. You kept trying, but it was refusing to work. Rendering it in the media and like rendering it not in media encoder. So what you could do is, let me show you. It might be uninstalling and reinstalling media encoder, which might be having an issue. But if this ever happens to you guys, it could be something with the file. And so if that's the case, what you could do is create a new blank file and import all of that stuff into it. Or you can go up here to, let me turn on my, let me do this. Under composition, right, we're going to click on that. And you're going to add it to the render queue. And what that's going to do is it's going to render it here inside of After Effects. The render inside of After Effects is just slower. And so it has just some kind of issues with that. I would go here under the output mode, and it will render it usually as always as a .mov. So that's fine, right? .movs allow for alpha channels, but let me do this again because it brought it over here. But we need it to be in a .mp4, and the reason is because unless you have like a player that plays it on a PC, move files will not play in the players on like a Windows machine. And so someone can't just like double click on it and watch it. And so you have to run it through like a converter or something. Or they have to bring it into like a video viewing program that does accept MOV files. So that's one thing to remember, because when you click up here to change like the type of file it is, the only video file option really that you get is this one right here. And so you have to okay, and then you output to, you click there, and then you can put it to your save folder that you want it to go to. So that's another one. This happened before, but you got it to work after a little bit. This time it's shot. Yeah. Yeah, if you don't have QuickTime installed, that's okay. It's just like an the output mode here just is it like defaults it to just essentially encoding it to a move file. But what I do is, if you guys ever have to do that, I think that there's a video converter. Let me see. There's one that I sometimes use, but it's been a while. Video converter software. You can do it online. Like, you don't even have to download Handbrake. Handbrake is an open source. Why did what happened? My thing didn't work. Handbrake right here though is an open source, so it's free essentially, and you just can download this. And then you can convert any of your videos into other stuff and things like that. Is it really? I don't have QuickTime downloaded on my machine either, so that's kind of crazy. But yeah, if you wanted to do that, Brian, and update it anyways later, that's fine. You can do that. Update it onto your thing. Yeah, yes, good call. That will convert it as well as a built-in. Brian said using the built-in Microsoft Video Editor will work for converting it to a different format. Let's go to your color scope. I'm gonna click on here. Oh, it brings it up here.
Green is the color of harmony. Green is associated with nature, life, health, hope,
That looks
wealth,
great.
and luck. Suicide attempts off of the London Blackfriar Bridge dropped 34% when the bridge was repainted green.
Really good job on
This-
that. First of all, the reflection here looks really nice, especially considering you have like some kind of wave warp happening on it. Very great attention to detail in how a reflection shows up in water. That's something that you just, I'm thankful that you notice that kind of stuff, because that's what you need to start. Like, I wanted you guys to really start looking at after like this class are things like, how is something reflecting? How is the texture of it, in starting to notice these little nuances about objects and things in your surrounding environment that you could eventually emulate, right? And so you did a really good job doing that. And maybe the only thing I would do is slightly blur it out a bit, actually maybe not blur it, because they can show up sharp. You can do that if you want to, but maybe just drop the opacity slightly, a little bit more on it, and that would be good. But other than that, that's a really
And the
good.
bridge was
That looks
repainted
great.
green.
Yeah, good job on that.
This is because green can help
Great job
reduce
there,
stress
too.
and anxiety. But too much green can lead people to become lazy
Beautiful.
and lethargic.
This timing of that spin at the end there was really nice, Brian. Good change on that. The change, like, you made all the changes,
Reduce
and you
stress
did
and anxiety. But too much green can lead people to become lazy and lethargic.
I love it. It's perfect. Was that hard with the puppet pin tool? I know you asked me about separating out the layers, like masking out the arms and the legs and the different parts of the body. I'm assuming this was easier for you than doing that. That would be a lot of work, having to mask it out. Each section out would be harder. But yeah, you did a really nice job. Good job cleaning that up too. I really like this. I guess I like, if you were
Green
to
is associated with nature, life,
revise
health,
it a second
hope,
time,
wealth,
the only
and
thing
luck.
I would maybe do is keep some clouds up here at the top, or just something. Or like elaborate. Is the bridge flat on the top? Like, it's not a suspension bridge or anything?
Suicide attempts off of the London Blackfriar Bridge dropped
The Blackfriar Bridge. Let's check it out. Oh, you imported it as separate file. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, you guys will notice that there's like a lot of different ways to do the same thing and get the same results. You just eventually find the way that works quickest for you. And so that's why let's see here. Oh, they painted a different color. Ah, here, what? Green here. The Blackfriar Bridge. Is it this one? Yeah, this makes sense. Ah. Yeah, having to animate. Okay. I can see the issue with that. What I would do at that point, if you wanted to, let me see what the look of it. Because I want you guys, I want you to work on these outside of class and just fine tune them and make them look really, presentable. Not that they aren't presentable right now. I actually totally dig and I love the work that you guys are doing. But just the more you fine tune it, the more you understand, then you can do different things to your past work too. But I guess what I would do to hide that is probably just a series. I would just do a series of lines, and you could just do one singular line and add a repeater and then add a trim path to that. And so that the trim path goes down to 0 and it closes from, if your line started up here, if the start point was here and the end point was here, you would animate the start point to go back to 0, the value, and then it would hide behind here. And you could just sequence it out so it would hide it that way. But, you know, that's if you ever want to. But other than that, you just, you know, you did a really good job.
34% when the bridge was repainted
really
green.
Looks nice. Yeah, I'm into it.
Green
Nice.
is the color of harmony.
Cool. Great job on this. Great job on that one. Let's watch your reel. Love the song choice. I don't mean to stop it right there, but I just saw that Brian said he sent the revised one in Slack. Yeah, you can. Don't worry about it right now. We'll watch it from Slack. But you know, I understand what happened there. I've had that happen too. And you guys really don't know of an alternate way to render. But now you do. Now you guys know an alternate way to do that. Let us do this. Hold on. It's just a small, I can see it's just a small one. Just upload the full HD one to, yeah, that looks great. You added your color scope in there. I like it. Your butterflies look great. Good bounce on that light bulb. Really good job this semester, Brian. Like, you really did. You guys, I'm so proud of you guys. Put in so much freaking work, and I understand how much work it is sometimes, and especially if you're not super into the project. Like, I know the first projects were fairly kind of boring. In that it was just like making a ball bounce and stuff, but like learning the fundamentals. Look where you guys have gotten so far today, and look what you guys have now the ability to do, and you're just gonna build on that, right? Like, I hope that you guys actually did enjoy the process. I mean, obviously there is, through any process, there's struggles, and there's times when you question it, right? I mean, if you're questioning it every day and you're like, I just don't want to do this and I hate it, then obviously it's not for you. But there's, you know, if you're working, you're like, I'm not into this project, blah, blah, blah. You'll get projects like that. Like, that's normal. But I really appreciate all of the creativity that you guys worked with, considering you had restrictions on certain things, right? And that's just how it is with... Oh, yeah, of course. Absolutely. Tips anytime. But when it comes to working with clients, right, they're going to give you guidelines to work with. It is very rare that you have a client that says, go crazy and have fun, right? And you almost don't want that. You want a little bit of guidelines. You don't want something super strict, but you want something that can point you in the correct direction. Unless you're doing the work for yourself, and then you can do whatever you want. But you know, considering that whole facet of animation and working on projects, right? You guys really shined. I'm very proud of the entire class for that. Way to go, you guys. Woo! Hands in the chat for Brian. He's here today, so blow it up. I don't get the emojis on my PC to do this through OBS. Stupid. All right, we have Zoe. Ooh, our first Vimeo link. let's watch Zoe's color scope. Ooh, nice.
Blue has been an important color throughout history. The ancient Egyptians were among the first to use blue pigment made from lapis lazuli stones. Blue has played a symbolic role in many religions and mythology, representing divinity, protection, and above all, holiness. Physicians have used blue light in medicine to treat wounds and skin conditions, and blue continues to be a popular color in modern culture. From the ancient Egyptians to nobility like Marie Antoinette, to the blue jeans of the American Old West, the color blue has been a fashion staple for centuries and will continue to create endless possibilities.
Awesome, Zoe. That one, killer work on there. And the music's just so good with it. Yeah, you did an awesome job. Way to go on that. Some great, and the updates were all really nice. You definitely have an eye for the design. Earthworm, huh? Not sure what that is, but we ain't watching it. Let me do this here. Woohoo! Yeah, Sarah says as a commissioned artist, it rings true about having the guidelines there and working within your creativity and having projects that suck sometimes. And sometimes you're going to get clients who you hate working with. I mean, it's realistically, like they are just tough people. And then that is just a growing experience where you end up having to learn how to have effective communication, and learning de-escalation skills are important. So I think, that's why it's unfortunate that the program doesn't make it a requirement for communication class, because I think that is something that all students in this field really need to have down, is learning to communicate with others, especially people who you have maybe some differences with. Because I mean, all the time, whether you're working in a company or if you're working for yourself, you're having to communicate with people. So, communication is extremely important. If you guys want to take that class, you can. If you guys end up taking, when you're ready to graduate, I teach the internship class, and it's more of like a guided class, right? Because this is a career-based program. And so you guys are required to find and obtain your own internship, and then I'm there just along the way to have you guys check in, show me your work, all this stuff. But a lot of students really learn strong, effective communications in that class. So I'll probably see some of you there maybe this next fall. But oh, sweet, we've got Eric in the chat. What's up, Eric? And then we got Kaylee. What is my worst client story? Recently I had a client who was just really rough. They wouldn't listen to our company. It wasn't just me. It was our producer as well. And we were recommending against certain things, like not using their own videographer to go with ours or to allow us to find someone, but they didn't want to do that. And also, they just kind of fought us on every step of the way and really fully dictated the entire project without listening to us. And then they got really upset in the end because they hated the video. And it was just like, I mean, we gave you everything you asked for, every single thing you asked for. We had receipts, all of it. And they just still hated every second of it. And we're like, you hate the product that you made. That was not a reflection on us. And clients like that are really hard because obviously they do not, they're not allowing you to do your job. They're trying to micromanage every step of the process, and that is not how working creatively is. You have to collaborate with each other, and those are the good clients. The clients that collaborate, you'll find that is better than getting a project that you think you're going to really like. You might be really excited for a project, but the client sucks, and you're like, I hate this project now. And you might get a project that seems really simple and benign and boring, but you have the client is really communicative and understanding. Those are your golden clients. Those are the clients and the people that you take care of, right? Those are the people that you value the most, are the clients who work really well with you. And those are the ones you cater to, right? You don't want to cater to every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Like, you're going to get, like, the client that was my horrible client, at a certain point, we shouldn't have been catering to that client, and we should have put our foot down, but it just didn't happen that way. They were very difficult, but it's really rough when that happens. You said, so there's the T. Once you had a commissioner ask for 2 drawings, and I told him he could pay after the sketch sent the sketches, and he goes to me. Now I only accept payment up. Yeah, always payment up front. You should take the internship class. You will learn so much. I think that at university level, they would make you do that kind of work. What kind of work specifically are you talking about? Where were you referencing to for when I was talking? Yeah. Yeah, thanks, client. That's why you go to a company. That's exactly what we said. We're like, you came to us. We're the experts in it. We know what we're doing. We literally work in the video space and the production space. Because we also do, it's not just animation that we do. We also do video shoots. I do editing and stuff as well. It is rough, yeah. And the deposits up front, not everyone wants to pay for the full thing up front. So a good thing for you guys to remember is a 60-40 rule. Have them pay 60% of it up front. That way, if they ghost you, at least you've gotten a majority of the payment, right? You might not have collected everything. And then you could cut your losses there if you want to. I know people who have sought legal counsel for that. That's why working for yourself can be a headache sometimes, because you end up dealing with these situations that you would prefer to never want to be in. That would be dealt with on the back end if you worked for a company. But yeah, sometimes you have to decide that you have to pick and choose your battles, and wisely as well. The communication work you were talking about. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could do university level as well. I think that the students actually learn it the most in the internship class, because you're working for someone and they're giving you creative direction. Some of the internships don't have a little bit more freedom, but if you guys take that class, you can do remote internships. They do not have to be in person, which is nice. Do you have to apply? I was already thinking about applying in the fall to be ready. So yes, I would, whenever you guys are getting ready to graduate, you should be looking for internships the semester before, at least starting at the end of the previous semester, right? So the students that are in the class right now are starting to look for internships. I would recommend that you guys contact, if you do want to do that, contact Lindsay Walker, and she will help you. What you guys have to do is you prepare your resume, your cover letter, and your reel, which you can go to career services to have them help you do that kind of stuff. And then we have a list of people, but then you can also look for your own on LinkedIn, some internships on there, and you can apply. And if it's a company that we don't already work with, we just send them paperwork to have to fill out. But sometimes you will have to go through an interview process. Sometimes you don't, depending on the person you end up working for. And in fact, this semester, I think I had 2 or 3 students who were offered extended work beyond this semester. And then you graduate right after that. So it's your capstone class. You've learned it's okay to refuse services to difficult people. It is very much true. Good. It's a good lesson to learn, Bear. Welcome to the chat, Bear. I always felt like I was more productive when I was animating in class as opposed to my room wherever I could procrastinate either. Yeah. I'm the same sometimes. It kind of depends. I tend to actually focus a little bit more if I'm by myself because when people are around, I want to talk. I'm just a talker. You guys can obviously tell. But yeah, it is everyone works a little different. I have some friends who work really well at coffee shops because they don't want to be around people they know. In fact, that would be me. Not being around people they know, but being in an area where it's busy and it just keeps you a little bit more alert. Yeah, of course, absolutely. If you guys want to know more about that, ask me in Slack. You guys can shoot me separate questions and I'll help answer them, or you guys can send me an email through like my standard school email. I can do that way. Let's go though. Let's finish up Zoe's work, her motion graphics reel. Cool, way to go. You guys have really good song choices. It doesn't always end up that way in classes, so that was great. Yeah, awesome work there. Obviously love the consistency with the color palette throughout class was really neat. I just really enjoy these like soft kind of pastel-y pinks and this really nice like kind of deep. It's like what do you guys see there? It's kind of like like a deep turquoise color, but more on the green side. It's really pretty. Almost like a pine green. Lurking in the background of where? I actually put in my commission terms and service that I have the right to refuse services. Yeah. There you go. Sarah, did you write your own contract or did you have someone do that for you? I'm curious. Family, oh God. I just have to tell you guys, Eric you learned a lesson. Doing work for family and friends is probably the most difficult because they know you, so they know how to push buttons with you, and they definitely don't relinquish as much control and don't let you do your job. And they're much nosier. I will say that. I had a friend come to me once and he was like, "Hey, my boss needs all this like I thought he could have all this work done, and I saw that you do this and yada yada yada." And I was like, "Yeah, let's set up a meeting so we can talk and go over like what you want done, and then we can talk cost." And he was like, "Oh, I thought you would kind of do this, on the sly." I'm like, "Yo, dude, I mean, this is my career. I don't do anything for free. I'll give you a nice discount, but I'm not doing it for free." And yeah, he didn't like that. But I mean, what do you want? Sometimes you just have to learn to stand your ground, and boundaries are a really good thing to do. Yeah, they always want it for free. 1,000%. All right, so guys, so far you guys are doing awesome. Yeah, snaps, hands in the chat for Zoe. Way to go. All right, we have Lee. Lee's got YouTube links here. Let's go to this one. Yeah, if you guys ever go freelance, I recommend getting like a contract attorney or hiring someone to write you a contract. I know it's like an expense up front, but it'll save you in the long run from issues and stuff like that. And you'll eventually amend it, right? When things happen, you have to change things. It's a process. It takes a little bit of time. Yeah, snaps, hands, claps. If I could do the armpit fart, like old school armpit fart, we would do that for everyone. Farts for everyone today. Yay. You could use Fiverr. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you could freelance out. That's what I would do. I would freelance out a contract writer to do that, but then you do want someone who knows legal stuff, right? Because that's a big thing as well. They have to know the laws in your state and just the laws in general. Yeah, that's so nice, Bear. Sometimes you do want to do free work for people, and that's fine. This is my tithing for all of my sins. I shall create this and this only. All right, we have Lee's Color Scope. Let's play it.
Green is the color of happiness. Green signifies the optimism a person can have. Green gives a hopeful feeling to the surrounding area, calming anyone who looks at it. Green signifies doing well and taking responsibility. Green is also the color of wealth, as everyone likes to have eating the slightest amount of money.
Cool changes there. Way to go, Lee. That's awesome. I would say maybe just add with your person. First of all, your illustration looks really cool. Good job on that. I would just do maybe eye blinks there. Maybe even rotating the eyebrows a little bit if you want to do that at some point.
Green gives a hopeful feeling to the
Cool on this. I would smooth these out. It looks like they kind of jerk across screen. So either it is I think it's the shape of the path possibly that is
surrounding area, calming anyone.
Causing that, like they're hitting things too much, or it might be because you added the rotation in with it. Good job. It looks really nice. But that's a cool scene. I like that. I like that a lot.
Green signifies doing well and taking responsibility.
Check.
Green is also the color of wealth, as everyone likes.
Yeah, that money. Look at it fall. Look at that. Way to go. Way to go. Awesomely. That was great. Let me pull your reel. Yeah, that's great. But I want to be more professional with it later down the line. Yeah, Fiverr's a great place to start. Some people I know were on Fiverr at first, so it doesn't mean that there's bad... Fiverr doesn't mean there's bad people on there. A lot of it ends up being outsourced overseas, which it is what it is, but is this the same? Oh no, you handed me the same, accidentally copied the same one. Let's try this. Oh, Lee, you got a lot of subscribers, dude. Let's see. But you did add your reel in here. The links are just the same name, so it's okay. Here we go. Use reel. All of the titles, like I guess I don't know if I mentioned that before, but if you guys have the titles of your video in it, you don't need that in there. So you could just take that out. Good job on that, Lee. There is definitely, I mean, it's too long because it's 2 minutes and 20 seconds. You don't really want anything past a minute 30. And so sometimes you just speed up sections. We talked about that during the reel class, so I'd rewatch that. And then the only other thing that I notice is really just like you're just throwing all the clips in there back to back to back. When we want to cut scenes out of each of our projects and mix them up, right? And vary it throughout the thing. The music was a little slow. I didn't not like it, but you might want to pick something a little bit faster for the beat. But overall, you know, you did a lot of good, strong work throughout the semester, and I think it's great. Way to go. Awesome, Lee. Hands in the chat. Yeah, we got him up there. Let me see here. Yeah. Look at you guys all talking right now. Last day of class, and you're all like, we can talk now. It's okay. Let's find this out. This is great though. This is what you guys should be doing. Is like, because you find out stuff about you find out stuff about what each other does, and you can give each other, you know, tips and stuff. It's awesome. Way to go, you guys. Oh, we got Sarah here. Sarah's color scope.
Red is the color of danger. Due to its long wavelength, red is highly visible and attention-grabbing. In nature, many poisonous creatures, such as the poison dart frog, are often red in color. Red is also used in various warning symbols, such as stoplights, stop signs, and even
Okay, you transitioned into that really, really well.
Lastly, red can evoke strong
That looks nice. I
emotions
see
of
that you
anger or
changed
fear,
like
reinforcing its connection to danger.
you up here. You changed
even
some
blood.
contrast stuff right here because I noticed the blood's darker. The there's some like deeper tones of red in here. It looks really good. That was a great way to fade that in and
Lights,
stuff. This
stop
is great.
signs, and
Good job
even
on the
blood.
changes.
Lastly, red can evoke strong emotions of anger or fear, reinforcing its connection to danger.
Awesome. Way to go, Sarah. That was great. Yeah. It'll give you experience. You know, paying me also gives me experience. Oh my gosh, I don't know what this is, but I want to watch it. I feel like... Oh, no, we're not
Red
gonna watch
is the
it.
color
But I want to really bad. That was like the cutest thing. Although it also looked like abuse of an animal, which I'm not sure about. If you draw this for free, I can give you exposure. Yeah, unless you're like Casey Neistat or freaking Mr. Beast, I don't need your exposure. Yeah, way to go. That was a great color scope, Sarah. Now, on to Sarah's reel. Let's go. Killer job at that, Sarah. Really awesome stuff this entire semester. That was so good. Like just a nice funky beat with it. Worked out really well. Smooth. Like it was just, you did a killer job there. This one always makes me laugh. And I don't know why it gets me, but like the freaking balloon in the toilet, I just think it's so funny. I feel like if I opened a toilet lid and balloons popped out, I wouldn't be upset. I would be happily surprised. Now, if a bunch of little tiny 10-inch humans came running around by the bathroom, I'd be a little nervous. How would you guys come from? Yes, so very smooth. That was awesome. Yeah, I know Mr. Beast would pay us. You guys are, way to go, you guys. Yeah, hands in the chat for Sarah. Way to go. You guys are killing it. Such good work here. Such strong stuff. And I can't tell you how much that, like, I review people's work for a living at my job, right? Like, I have a senior position, so I have to review other people's reels and their resumes and stuff if we're going to hire. And I can't tell you how much good work you guys have in your reels versus like what I see on like a monthly basis. Not everyone does work like this, you guys, and so way to get creative and stuff. I'm excited to see some personal stuff coming out of it. It's it coming to kill you. I would hope Pennywise is not popping up out of my toilet. If balloons coming out of the toilet, run. Well, now I'm running. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Good job on all of your updates too. You guys have been doing really good, like getting the revision rounds and stuff done. Oh, is Kaylee? Kaylee, are you still in the chat? Kaylee, if you're still with us, let your presence be known. All right. We have your reel. You know, I think that is, Brian mentioned hopefully AI doesn't steal our jobs. Let's, hope not as well. To be honest, I don't think it will. The problem with AI, right, is that it takes the creativity from other creators and then it makes something. But you can't edit that, right? Like, you can't be like, oh, I don't like this. I want a different, you can't, I mean, like, at least right now you can't. But you can't be like, I don't like the style of this character. I need the character style to be different. Or like, I want his shirt to be blue and not pink. You know, like, you can't get that detailed. Whereas, like, if you create something, you know, on your own, you can obviously go in and change all of that kind of stuff. And so clients aren't going to want that. I mean, who knows? But I think that if, honestly, what I see people already using AI to do is write code for scripts that they, like, they write code, they have the AI write code for After Effects. And the scripts, remember, are extensions of the program. So if they do something a lot, they'll have it write scripts to create like a panel inside of After Effects, right? Let me, for instance, this here is a script. In fact, I'm going to take you guys to this website because I think that if you guys have a little extra cash lying around, you can afford it, right? Or you can save up to get it. This is one that is fully worth it. This is a script and it's called Motion 4. Of course, it wants me to update it. What this does is it has a ton of different features that allow you to have, it's like shortcuts. Of course, yes. It's like adding shortcuts to your work. Of course, it's going to do that again. Let me see here. Hopefully that didn't stop my stream. $50 more years. Yeah, a tool more than a finished product, yeah. Yeah, I don't agree with that. Yeah. I mean, the problem is that you have to kind of embrace changes that happen. Not that you want to. I'm actually going to cancel that update and do it later. But, so this script, right, it does a lot of different things. Like, here I can, for example, I have a bunch of different color palettes that I've created for myself that I can quickly access. So let's say I draw a star, and I am working with a certain color palette, and I want it to be this color instead. Let me see here. I think it only works with the, if I click this here, and then I can change that color palette this way, right? Like you can change the, which one's it doing? We'll just save that there. You can hard it, right? See, and then it adds it right to your little area here. And I'm like, oh, but I want the fill to be blue, or no, let's change it to green. So you can use AI to create stuff like this, right? This one's obviously very, it is a very heavy script. Now, there's tons of other options in here. You also have, you can adjust the user interface and all that stuff. You have all of these different things that help you with it. The reason I don't teach this stuff to you guys right now is because you need to learn the basics. You can't just rely on stuff like this all the time, because you won't learn what looks good and what doesn't. This is, let's go here before we watch Kaylee's stuff. Kaylee, are you still in the chat, by the way? Yeah, Kaylee's here. What's up? I wouldn't worry about AI yet. Yeah. I hope, let's fingers crossed. I don't think it will, but let's, you know, if that's the case, hopefully they'll add some legislation in place that can stop companies from using that. I don't know what they would do. Let's go here though. If you go to Mount MoGraph, I think that's what it is. Yes. Motion right here. This one, worth it. $80, hefty price, right? It does a ton. And the best thing about this is that you get lifetime updates. So you don't ever have to pay for the next version or anything like that. You consistently get updates for the rest of however you're using it, right? Which is awesome. This is used by a ton of professional animators and motion graphic designers. There's, you know, this one's, if you're going to spend your money on any of them, get this. 1,000%. Can't recommend it more. All right, Kaylee said you weren't able to fully fix a color scope though because I was really busy with work for the past 2 days. That's okay. Like I said, the color scope, I'm going to be a little bit easier with grading on it. Didn't expect all of the changes, right? Just some. So let's start off with your reel though. Kaylee. Good job, Kaylee. Some awesome stuff there. Let me go back to, first of all, that's hilarious. Let's see. Which one was it? Oh, your color scope that you added it in there. Awesome. Center it, right? You want to bring this down so that, or it might be scaled up a little bit. So just, I would just center that. And that's really the only thing that I currently see. Other than that, really good job. Awesome work this semester. It was quite lonely when it was just you. Yeah. I enjoyed having you, Sarah. I enjoy having everyone show up. Yeah, nice. Hands in the chat for Kaylee. We still got our color scope here. Let's watch that.
Purple is the color of royalty. Due to
Yes,
the
it
complexity
is.
of creating the color, Purple is very expensive and only worn by ancient monarchies and the upper class during the 18th
Okay, were you not able to
Purple
get any of it?
symbolizes wisdom, power, spiritually, wealth, and nobility. It is known as a cross between red and blue, combining red's power and blue's stability.
Yeah, cool. Just implement those changes and it'll be great. But way to post it on here and stuff. Good job, Kaylee. Solid work throughout the semester. Playback. Is there a thing that says up and next?
Grammarly Go is...
No. An hour of it. This is going to end up being my thumbnail unintentionally. I guarantee that. All right, next we have Nolan. Way to go, Kaylee, by the way. Awesome. Hands in the chat.
The color red can represent the feeling of anger. Anger can spread and consume us and make us do things we wouldn't normally do. Anger can come from the result of a rough heartbreak and fill us with enormous amounts of hate. But red can also represent the passion of love and the urge for adventure. So red can either bring the hate or the love out of us all.
Yeah, Nolan, this is awesome. Just implement those changes that I gave you the other day and it'll be set. It's really good. Good job though on that. All right, let's look at your reel. Now we're to ducks. Oh, cool. Art for my TV. What's the second image? Sheep. Sheep, she's all... Everybody get back in line. Everyone, time to get back in line. I'm getting distracted. All right, Nolan's reel. Let's go. Good job on all that stuff, Nolan. Way to go. Hands in the chat. I think that all in all, like, you have some really strong work in here, but you need to implement the changes that that he gave you through the semester, and it'll make your work just stand out that much more. I don't think you really need titles in the reel. It just takes up space. The viewer doesn't care what... it's like a scissor reel, right? So it's like they're not wanting to see the entire video. You just want to show them snippets. It's like a trailer to your work. That's the best way. I don't know why I didn't think of that the first time. That is the best way to describe it. Your reel is your trailer to the feature film, right? And so you really just want to show like snippets, and that's why you break it up throughout the reel, because you want to just give like a variation around that. There was a couple things. That music, though, It was awesome. I really want you to take some of these scenes and hit the beat with some of the motion that you have in here, because it's a really cool song. And in fact, you can bump it up a couple notches. But overall, really good job this semester. Strong work produced. You know, it's got a little bit to go, but good job. Yeah, let me see here. All right, we have Janelle. Let's see. Color scope from Janelle.
Blue is the color of serenity. Much like the ocean, blue is known to bring feelings of calmness, rest, and tranquility. The color blue tends to lower our heart rates and can enhance our memories and cognitive skills. Blue is often associated with bravery, dedication, and loyalty, which calls to mind police officers' uniforms and superheroes' suits. However, some shades of blue can convey fragility and depression and make us feel unsettled or afraid.
Awesome. Yeah, I love that. I think there was a couple things. Did I say maybe a couple things? I'll have to look back and remember, but I feel like you did make a change
It's
to a
often
couple things.
associated.
But yeah, really good job on that color scope, Janelle. That was awesome. Really good work. Solid work from that. Let me get ready to do your reel. Brian said, yeah, Brian, post that. He did which the game is awesome. It's a hard game. But Little Nightmares, he did an animation based off of that. And he did an awesome job. I saw it. Was very impressed with it. And it took him a long time to get it done. So definitely throw it in the chat. People deserve to see all that hard work that you did. All right, to Janelle's portfolio. So very good. Very satisfying, all of it. I love seeing your guys' style show through. You know, that's another thing, is you get to see people's colors that they like and just their stylistic choices. You know, so maybe not obviously it's just a ball and stuff, but when you get to these more creative infographics, right, you get to see some awesome creativity happening. I'm just impressed with you guys. Way to go. Hands in the chat for Janelle. She did a banging job. A lot of you guys did awesome. Auto-generated transcript. Yeah. Let me see here. Yeah, of course. Please share your guys' work. You know, be proud of your work. And then, you know, if you need help or you're stuck on something, I don't care. I don't remove you guys from... Obviously, in Slack, there's like 92 million students in this channel. Not really 92 million, but 133 students in this one here. We could also... I think there's a general channel too, where you guys can share your work. Where is it? Do I have it up here? General. You guys can share your work in here. Not a lot of people share stuff in here. Not sure why, but yeah, post it into here for sure. I'd love to see your guys' personal work. If you guys ever, I mean, like, I'm obviously in Slack all the time. If you guys want help with something, you can ask me. I'm not going to say no because you're done with class. I mean, that would be rude. How very rude. All right, let's go here. Oh, Angelina, you're up next, girl. Let me do this. All right. Looks like cerulean.
Blue is the color of the sky. The word cerulean comes from the Latin word ceruleum, which means sky or heavens. In 1789, cerulean blue was discovered by a Swiss chemist. Cerulean blue was very popular in skyscape paintings during the Impressionist era with Impressionist artists. Monet used cerulean blue in the 1877 La Gare Saint-Lazare painting.
Great change here. It looks awesome. Very, very close to that painting as well. I mean, you got the style down. You're dead. I know. Sometimes I have boomer talk. Sorry.
Cerulean.
Real quick. This I didn't explain it as well as I should have. The cloud will reveal cerulean as well. So cerulean would stay in front of the word blue here. You would just, move that over there and just have the cloud reveal the entire sentence. So I would just update that. And then I know she does have a lot of you guys actually have really good voiceover voices. Impressive. That was great though. Great job on this. I love it. The other thing I saw, and I'm sure you were wondering, what do I do to get rid of this? At the bottom here, come on. There's this issue with the wave happening at the bottom. And no matter how high you scale your layer, it will still show up there. I just let you guys know that. So, when you do that, let me delete this real quick. And go to, I thought I had, this is the wrong one. It is, you can do, I think with, does WaveWarp have the pen? There was something else I added on too. So if I add a new solid, okay, that's just fine. Throw the WaveWarp on there. And then we have that issue. Pin it like at the bottom. Bottom edge. There you go. Solved. Just one thing. Yeah. Just for your sake. I mean, I obviously just want to let you know so that you're aware in the future on how to fix that if you ever need it. Because that can be, some things get frustrating. You're like, how do I fix it?
Cerulean blue is...
Good job, though. Awesome. Really, really nice. Very relaxing. The, with the voiceover, the music, it was very calming. You did a great job. And awesome job in that end scene here.
7 La Gare Saint-Lazare painting.
I heard the little train choo-choo in the back. Did you remove it? That was me. No, you didn't do it. It works. Don't worry. Don't freak out. It was a me mistake. Do this here. Here we go. Angelina's reel. What is happening to my internet? Let's start that again. Oh, just at the end, you just gotta trim the there, but that was good. That is such a funny song. The audio choice we have to be funky and have a fast beat to make the close slow. That was funny. It was great. Good, fun music choice there. I've never seen anything like that in a reel, so good job on that. I would say here, just make sure there was this one right here, to remove that black bar there. I think it's probably just like the background wasn't moved over. Either way, just one color. One color would be fine. White or black. Probably, yeah, white or black. It doesn't matter. Yeah, hands in the chat for Angelina. Way to go. Hard work this entire semester from you as well. Just love that background there. Yeah, I always dig when someone puts in like some kind of crazy thing that I've never heard before. I love music as well. I'm sure all of you guys are music people to some extent. Usually in the creative field, we like similar things. But yeah, good job. Way to go. All right, we have next Juliana. Let me go to your reel. Ooh. That funky Charlie Brown music. I love it.
Every winter, monarch butterflies migrate from North America to Latin America. Monarch butterflies migrate from North America to Latin America. Monarchs use a combination of air currents and thermals to travel thousands of miles.
So we definitely don't want... Oh, you got your bubbles in there.
Cephalopods are characterized by bilateral body symmetry and a set of arms or tentacles modified from the primitive
Yeah, good job on that.
Fish are sometimes called cephalopods, inkfish, for the ability to squirt ink.
Cuttlefish. Yeah, good. You don't want to add the audio from other videos in there. That, you know, that's, I see, like, you varied some things, I think. The bounce, let's see. Yeah, you also just threw them on the timeline. So you need to vary them, the shots, and, like, change them around and stuff so that it's not the same. It's not just throwing all your work on the timeline. Because your video is also 2 minutes long. And there's blank space in here. And there's a lot of opportunity to really animate to the beat of that jazzy song that you have. Because, I mean, it's jazz. Jazz changes over time. And the song, you know, adjusts. And the beats change and stuff. So, take advantage of that, right? And then yeah, and just make the changes to your work that I've suggested over the semester. But yeah, good job overall. Way to go. Let's watch your color scope. Orange.
Orange is the color of warmth, creativity, and attention. Orange used to be called yellow red or saffron before we got its name. The color is named after orange fruits. Once their trees were imported from Asia to the West. Artists use the color to help show light or excitement in their work. Orange is attention-grabbing, making it great for safety gear.
You found a song called Orange Bicycles. Haha, that's cool. Good job on that. Yeah, I think that I saw the change to
the color of warmth, creativity, and
yeah, the little bunny. I think that ears still, I would wiggle those ears, wiggle that butt, those little tail. Not the actual whole butt of the bunny, but the tail would be really cute to wiggle.
Orange used to be called yellow
really good job
or
on this.
saffron before we got its name. The color is named after orange fruits.
I would still make that change. Oh, cool. You added the little leaf in there. I would still make that change about the...
Artists use the color to help show light or excitement in their work.
Yeah, good job on that.
Orange is attention-grabbing, making it...
Yeah, because you adjusted the music. It was good. Yeah, super cool. Good job on this overall. And I think you did change music, and I would have too if I would have found something called Orange in the title. Good job on this, Juliana, and all the work over the semester. Way to go. Hands in the chat. Again, give me some of those claps. Finger claps. Little tiny ones. And big ones. And tiny ones. I feel like that it's the end of the semester for me too, you guys. So, oh, we got someone else who's here. Ah, cool. See? Awesome. Angelina's asking for you guys to throw your favorite songs in the chat. Here, hold on. Let me throw mine in there right now. I am a heavy metal lover, a rock lover. I like everything. In fact, I've been getting more into some old country music too. So I genuinely, though, really like all types of music. But what my go-to is like rock, metal, some like older rap stuff, and then alternative music. My generation alternative, but I also like the alternative now, so. Oh, okay. Here we got someone who's with us tonight. Bear, it's time for you. Let's go. Bear's motion graphics reel. Just love those little stars in that hand-drawn ball you did. Such cool artwork. Awesome job there, Bear. That was great. There's a couple things that I noticed I've talked about with you before, I think. I mean, I know it takes a long time to get this stuff changed, but the one thing I really wanted was a nice slow camera pan right here, because I love all the detail that you put into your reel and surreal project, and I want to see it because it's just so awesome work. So slow that camera pan down, right? When you're panning around the room for something, it's linear keyframes A, and then B, you want it nice and slow. But yeah, awesome. Oh, you tried to make, oh, you're saying you tried to make the video, the entire reel. The reel can be between a minute to a minute and a half max, really. 30 seconds, that's fine. I understand now why you did it. That's why I'm happy you're in the chat, so you can tell me that kind of stuff. You did a good job for throwing it in there for 30 seconds then. I get it. I get why you did that. I would just adjust it for later then. You could do it 45 seconds and you might get away with that. I think that would be fine. Yeah, such a great reel. Bear, you are like have this great abstract way of thinking and it shows through your work. All of you guys have really creative brains and I can tell you guys will do good. I have plenty of faith.
Green.
We got a background. That looks awesome, Bear. And a mouth. Oh, I muted it.
Nature and health. The color represents fertility and hope. The safe, refreshing color can also be dreary. Strong and deceivable, the color can be sickly. For green is also the color of envy and the color for greed. Yet, the color green is still invigorating.
Oh, weird. Cool. Look, that is great. Your little spiral there. That's awesome. Oh, cancel that. Okay, cool. I think that's one. Good job on that, Bear. Did you create half of it and then offset it so that they were, because that's cool. Did you use a repeater here and mirror it? Is that what you did? Angelina said, nice. That's nice. Fun stuff there. I love your little art creature. See, he's so cool. I mean, Mike Wazowski's cool, but this dude is Mike Wazowski's distant cousin on his father's side. Peter. This is Peter, everyone. Way to go. Yeah, hands in the chat for Bear and all her hard work this semester. And that sick picture, that sick illustration of Michael Jackson that you did.
Refreshing color.
On your reel. Which I love the birds. Little birds floating around. Good job. All right. We have Megan. Let's click on her stuff. We got another Vimeo.
Green is the color of balance. It is the color of nature and rebirth, but it is also the color of poison and envy. In the Victorian era, green pigment was popular, but was also one of the most poisonous pigments, for it contained the toxic chemical arsenic. The idea of green relating to envy dates back to ancient Greeks, who believed that jealousy resulted from an overproduction of bile that turned people's skin slightly green. Green symbolizes rebirth because it's associated with the new growth and revitalization of plant life in spring.
Really cool. Really awesome. I saw that you did you made this 3D. Great. Perfect. Next thing I would do is just change the material to be green as well. And you can just use the techniques we saw. But yeah, awesome. Way to put that in there.
It is the color of nature and rebirth.
The rotational animation. Great way to change things.
In the Victorian era,
good job on this.
Was popular, but was
good job on this, Megan. I would do green in the background. Green background. Stick with that color. It's actually like a gray green kind of, but I would stick to just a different green. And then let's watch your motion graphics reel. Bear, for that hypnosis scene, she used a twist effect and used the line. So similar to what I did, she just changed the values and stuff. He is the artist cousin, Peter. on 200 original characters, you start to run out of ideas. I am not exaggerating. This class definitely helps me out, expand my horizons. So that's awesome. Yeah, sometimes you just need input from, like, direction from someone else to tell you, hey, do this. And that helps your creative mind start going. Very calming music in that. I agree with that, Sarah. Angelina's asking, do you have any socials of your work? I am going to assume you're talking about, who are you asking? Yeah, the toxin mist making the skull. That was great. Yes, yeah, everyone starts somewhere. And in fact, that's why they make you, Brian says, don't be afraid to take ideas from already existing shows or concepts or artists. Not stealing it, right? There's a difference between plagiarism and grabbing ideas and inspiration. But in art classes, they make you copy like the old artists, right? To learn techniques and stuff like that. So we do that stuff. And let's play the motion graphics reel. Are you guys getting audio on this one? I don't have audio. And yes, it's Sarah with an H. Sarah, Angelina wants to follow your socials. Yeah, if you guys want people to follow you, if you guys want to follow each other, post your socials in Slack and we can all add you. Let me see here. Let me see if Megan's portfolio, your reel, if I download the video, if it'll work. Ooh, we're out of audio. Bummer. All right. So you'll need to add some music here. Good job, though, on the bounces. You can take out the titles. Great job on the hierarchy of your text there. Yeah, and then sequence your video. Obviously, these are just like lined up. The videos are going to be lined up end to end. It's 2.5 minutes long, so I can tell that that's what's going to happen. You don't want that. 1:30 max for your reel, and just sequence your clips out, right? Like go through your videos and pick out the best scenes, and then you'll change the timing and stuff to be closer to or to fit into, you know, your video, and then also based on whatever the music is. Overall, though, really nice work. I'm seeing all the stuff done. Yeah, because these take up time.
Every winter, monarch butterflies
and then you don't want
migrate
this,
from North
you don't want
America
this
to
in
Latin
there.
America. Monarchs use a combination of air currents and thermals to travel thousands of miles.
Although Casey graces us with his voice throughout the classes. If you guys take a class with Casey, you can let him
Pupusas
know.
are a traditional dish and the most popular dish in El Salvador.
Megan did one
They are
about
made of
pupusas.
masa
It was
that goes
awesome.
through the process of being stuffed, rounded, and flattened out. The process of rounding and flattening the pupusa into shape is called hornear. There are different pupusas that have different fillings: frijoles, beans, queso, cheese, chicharrón, ground pork, and revuelta, a mix of all three.
So that makes me hungry. Yeah, good job, though, on all the work this semester. Hands in the chat for Megan and her hard work. The Papooses one, though, man. Every time I watch that one, I'm hungry. Like, I get hungry. Genuinely, I want a snack. All right, you guys. Last one here. Nyx. Let me... Okay, wait. Hold on, guys. I'm reading something. Okay, Vimeo. Let's try your Vimeo. All of the parts that as best I can make them work are on Vimeo, and the color scope is also there. I have left a link to it. All right, I think there was like an issue Nick was having possibly with his rendering as well. Okay, so we have, oh, nice. Okay, so Nick had to break his portfolio. Let me see.
Hello, and welcome to the third and final part of the final portfolio.
Nope, wrong one. Let's download these videos though. I think his portfolio was, let me try this. It was on there. Gosh, Kaylee, please be safe. Oh my gosh. I'm sure my voice through your car speakers is maybe not the greatest, but I can use my radio voice. All right, that's not ours. Motion design, 2D. Okay, separate projects here. Let's look at your video though. I downloaded them. Okay, hold on. Let's delete these. Altogether, part 1. All right, just we need some music over that, right? And then, let's see. I see you added some more like motion to that scene. That's awesome. Let me see here. Still need some work on these. I would go through each of the assignments that we talked about and then see the feedback that I gave you and implement that feedback into these. Oh, this is what you're talking about. It might have been something to do with your graphics card. Yeah, I understand that you came into issues and stuff. I would upload them all onto your, Nick, what I would do is I would upload everything on as one single video onto like your YouTube or your Vimeo, your Vimeo channel that you have. And then you need to add the music, and then hopefully you can render them all together as one. I won't knock the 2-part here because it seems like you had some trouble, but
Brown.
Yeah. And then implement those changes over the semester that we were talking about.
A color that named an era. Brown, an ancient type of currency.
And the changes to this too.
Brown, that old clock that hangs in the brown, a mysterious color that has multiple uses, and yet no more valuable.
Yeah, and then just implement. I went over changes on Tuesday's class, so I would put that into these two. But I don't think I've had anyone do brown. So interesting. Let me see though. I know you said your color reel was also like your color scope. Please see this. All of the parts that, as best I can make them work, are on Vimeo. And the color scope is also there too. I have left a link to it on the bottom of this comment. Please see. Here we go. Let me go here.
Brown.
Yeah, cool. I see it on here. I would just make the changes. That's what you need to just make the changes that I gave you, and then you'll be all good to show this to a client. But yeah, you guys, way to go this semester. I think that you guys did really good. How do you guys feel? Do you guys feel you did well? Do you guys feel, are you proud of the work that you did? I guess really I would like to know because eventually I'm going to be like, fine-tuning this class more to projects geared, just like adjusting the projects since I recently started teaching this class. I like to teach a material that's already there first before I start making changes. So are there any projects that you guys would are there any changes you guys would have liked to see or like to learn other things aside from character animation? I know everyone says they want to learn character animation, but like thinking of the basics. Cool. Sarah's happy with what she did. Everyone here did amazing work. I agree with that. Personally, I plan on improving certain things. That's good. You should always feel like you should improve on it. Somewhere no one's perfect, right? It takes years to get to that point. I know you think of this and you're like, oh, animating. And then you just end up creating something. You're like, wow, like I actually did that. And then like, as you get better, you're going to be like, wow, I actually did that. Like you just learn these skills and you're surprised with what you can do. Yeah, the 2D to 3D. So when I was in school a while back, we didn't do that really, but it's happening a lot right now where 2D and 3D are really becoming mixed. Like the line is blurring where people are using both, and I love doing that. More Adobe Animate. I think that, yes, I think that I would like to integrate a little bit more Adobe Animate. Maybe even if it's just a little bit into each project, right? Like throwing like another section in there where we could do like even the principles of motion design, we could do one full one inside of Adobe Animate. More about rigging in Cinema 4D. I plan on taking some other personal portfolio stuff over the summer. Yeah, rigging inside of Cinema 4D. 3D rigging is not something that I do a lot of. And so I would have to buff up on some stuff and write a course for that. But that would be a dedicated 3D course. Where you work with characters and character animation stuff. And I understand a lot of students want to get to that. Right now, they've been so short-staffed on animating animation instructors, and so it's hard to write new material for the existing, i.e. just Casey and me at the moment now. I would love to integrate possibly like a character class one day. Started with Flipnote on the Nintendo DSi, and now here I am using industry standard software. Yeah, way to go. So true. I mean, I started off on pen and paper, or pencil and paper, but yeah, animate in After Effects. Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think that's a good observation there, Brian. Shortcuts. Did you guys happen to see the list of shortcuts I gave you? I posted a video for you guys inside of Canvas. I'm pretty sure it was in Canvas. Let me check. On the Miro board, which, by the way, you guys should always have access to still. Come on now. I think. Is anyone playing the new Star Wars game, by the way? I'm really pissed off about how it's like broken. I play it sometimes after class, and I'm just like, sometimes I get more frustrated than I want to. Yeah, so I wrote all of this for you guys. So make sure you can save these. I think you can export the board as a PDF. And then it'll have these links to After Effects shortcuts and some shortcuts that I put here, some other ones for After Effects. And also, looping animation. So I put notes here throughout the semester for you guys. I just don't refer back to it, which maybe I will start doing as well. Maybe I'll implement that as well into here too. So many tools in AE and Cinema 4D that I still don't know. So I'd like to dive a bit more into moving into. Maybe what I would do is have like another class offered one day. Like I think it would be nice to have like intermediate animation class, because this is a beginner, right? And then we can move into intermediate where we dive more into the depths of like using expressions and using some more of the effects inside of After Effects. So, Tears of Kingdom tonight. New Star Wars game with that face. I can't do the rock eyebrow very well. Like, am I doing it? I did it. It's not that bad. Not terrible. My brother does it amazing, but I can't. The Gollum game. Oh, yeah, I'm psyched about that too. I don't know if I want to buy. I'm sick of like pre-ordering games and them coming out broken. For AAA Studios, this like send out a broken game just really pisses me off. It's like, come on now. Like you pay, now we're at like $60 to $70 to $80 per game. Like, not everyone is made of money. That's a lot of money to shell out for a game. Granted, you get like multiple hours of gameplay, but if it's broken and it sucks, the work of it, like, and it's just such a bummer because it takes the fun factor out of things when they don't run smooth. But I haven't, Tears of the Kingdom. Let me look this up. Is this like a Switch thing? Oh yeah, Legend of Zelda. Oh yes, I didn't know that was the name of this one. I played the Breath of the Wild and just like never finished it because it was so big. I've heard they've implemented some new stuff into here. It comes out tonight? Does it come out tonight? Yeah. Star Wars game, but I only have a PS4. You will have a PS5 at some point soon, I have a feeling. I want to play that, but I'm saving my money for the con next month. Oh, yeah. Is anyone else going to Phoenix Fan Fusion? I usually go every year. I don't know if I can make it this year because I'm in a boot, but I've gone to Fan Fusion multiple years in a row, and usually I go for the entire weekend. They used to have it for 4 days, and now I think it's down to 3 though. Fallout's a great game. Yeah, Fallout is a gold one. I agree. If it's made by EA, I'm not touching it. Ooh. Who's your favorite company then, like who makes games? I'm a big Ubisoft fan. I tend to like to play action adventure type of games with like story, like a good storyline. You know, they end up being all the AAA games, but I also like a lot of independent games too. I don't know if anyone played Fez. That game's fun. That game, there's a documentary about that game and the guy who wrote that game. Do you dress up for con? You do. Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't know. Arkham Knight, when that came out, really sucked. And I love Batman stuff. Like I have Batman stuff up here. You guys can't see it, but and I have a little Star Wars. I have a BD1, like a BD1 Lego thing. I love Legos too. Dude, I ended up, what did I get when it came out? Cyberpunk, and that game, this was before I had my PS5. It was done on the PS4, and it pretty much broke my PS4. It was like, it's like my PS4 like spit it out and was like, nope, like it's not gonna work at all. I there's so many crashes that I was experiencing and just like getting stuck in walls and my textures and materials not loading up. It was rough. Legend of Zelda. I never pre-order. I will probably never not do that anymore. 9, it comes out tonight. I'm a little behind in the chat. Sorry, guys. I already got the couch ready, and my cats are gonna get all the cuddles. My cats are assholes. Like, they do not let me play video games. They're just like, play with me. And I'm like, fine, pause. I'll play with the cat for a little while, 5-10 minutes, and then I gotta go back to him. You guys are lucky, you're cute. Yeah, of course. If you guys, if I go to Fan Fusion, I'll let you guys know. I'll throw it in the chat for you, okay? Inside of Slack, and I'll let you guys know. I like to hang out. I obviously like to go to all the panels. The shopping takes like an entire day, so I usually reserve that for like Sunday or something. But I like to sit on all the panels that I can. You know, I wish I could literally split myself or use a time turner like Hermione does, but you know, reality sucks. Five Nights at Freddy's security breach. It was genuinely so terrible. Okay, I'll check it out. Psychonauts. Did Psychonauts like? Wait, did that one was that one broken when it launched? Do I play PC games? Sometimes. Like I just grew up on consoles, so I mean, I had as a kid, the original Nintendo. And I used to play Duck Hunt all the time with my little brother, that and the original Donkey Kong. But he sold it. My brother sold it on the school bus one day, and I was pissed because it wasn't just his to sell. And then eventually, you know, we had like a PlayStation 1 and, you know, N64, all that kind of stuff. I think Nintendo makes good games. They always take their time and make sure they're ready. I would agree with that. Rockstar's awesome. I freaking love GTA, and I love playing John Marston. God damn, why can't I think of it? Red Dead Redemption is great. One of the best games. Bethesda, Skyrim, can't go wrong. That game's like 15 years old and people still play it. Yeah, Cyberpunk. I'm sure Cyberpunk's better now. And what sucks is that the company that made Cyberpunk also made The Witcher 3, and that was a great game. I loved The Witcher. I want to get nailed to a cross. Yeah, that game is wild. Wait, yeah, CD Projekt Red is who did The Witcher and try to make a detailed schedule so we can hit everything we want to, but it always gets abandoned. Yeah. Yeah. I don't like do the celebrity stuff. Yeah. No, he sold it. He like traded it. He didn't even sell it. He just like traded it for some stuff he wanted that his friend had. Or hand-me-downs. Hand-me-down consoles are awesome unless they have like nastiness on it. With my adult money. Yeah, Red Dead's awesome. Both games made you cry. I'm a fan, like my what do you mean by don't care about the player base? I'm curious as to what you're what you mean by that. About like what we ask for to see in the games and like what kind of changes we would like to see made across it. They take for frickin' ever to release a game. Yeah, dude, you know what I really want back? I really want, because I had the original Game Boy when I was a kid. I really want that back. The problem is the original Game Boys had batteries in them, like AA batteries, and mine exploded one day in there, and it like ruined everything, and yeah. I wish that was never an issue, but it was. You're all, this is trash. It's just an older one. That's funny. I couldn't imagine. I guess I can imagine for younger adults now, like you guys in your early 20s and stuff. I mean, playing the games that I grew up playing on the consoles. Like I remember playing just all of these games that would just, I mean, they just, at that time, they were awesome, right? They were like cutting edge and amazing. And now you would try and play it and you're like, this game is like so hard to play, it sucks. Yeah, the Game Boy Advance. I stole my brother's iPod Touch, DSi laptop, and I stole my baby brother's. Yeah, I do agree with that, Brian. There's like no oversight to all that stuff, and that is dangerous when you have people modding things and like, you know, you never know. Sarah's flexing on her thievery. Guys, watch your consoles. Your handhelds are on. Sarah, she's gonna snag them. Yeah, that's what Bear said. Hide your stuff. Grandma me, LOL. Hey, I don't think that's grandma. That's like my childhood. That makes me a grandma. Yeah, Knights of the Old Republic. That was a good game too. I don't know. I love the Last of Us series. I don't know if you guys, first of all, the show was amazing. I don't know if any of you watched it on HBO, but it was so good. And then just in general, like the stories of it. Everyone was so mad about the second game. But my back hurts all of a sudden. I mean, Sarah, we're not really thinking you're stealing consoles. If you are, you're like a hell of a wizard because you've never seen us in person. But yeah. Well, you guys, I'll let you get going. I know you guys got stuff doing. And you guys got to get ready for your games, right? And I got to go play some Star Wars. And I got to make dinner. It's already 8:30. But you guys are awesome. And thank you guys for doing such hard work in this class. And if you have questions or anything, you can just shoot me a message on Slack or email me. And then I'll try and get to you guys. But do you guys have anything else you need to let me know before we end tonight's last class? Any bribes? Just kidding. Sarah is a PS5. She's like bought that. She's like got stacks of them in her room in the back right now. Yeah, she's all like $1,000. Yeah, of course, you guys. I think, yeah, you're a wizard, Harry. I mean, when just talking to you guys and being able to help you out, I would not say no to Rice Krispie Treats and ramen. You know, those are my favorite snacks now. If I go to Fan Fusion, I'll let you guys know you can bring me all the Rice Krispie Treats and ramen you want. But thank you guys for making this semester fun. And I am going to end it here tonight. And I wish you guys the best of luck in your next semester. I know you guys are going to be doing, some of you guys are doing summer classes, so yeah, please stick around in Slack. You know, you guys can add me on Instagram if you want. I'll follow you back. Yeah, good games. Yeah. Oh, by the way, you guys can do that. You guys can always like join the live streams if you guys want to. I've been talking to my wife about starting a YouTube channel, like a personal one, so. But yeah, go ahead and join. Jump in the live chat on any videos and just talk shit to the other students. I'm just kidding. But yeah, good job. Yeah, what Sarah said. Good job, you guys. All your accomplishments. I'm proud of you. Have a good night. Bye.